Welcome to Szczecin! We are going to explore Szczecin. We have 2 nights here, so a little above 24 hours, but we have 24 active hours or something like that. But first, a room tour, because this is actually quite a nice hotel we have gotten. It's an apartment, but check it out. The couch, the kitchen. It's fairly good kitchen. Is there anything in the drawers and something like that? Let's explore. Oh, the fridge. What about? Oh, there are such a one. What if we check down here? Ooh, cutleries. Some plates. We are 3 people and there are 4 plates. So, that's enough. The bathroom. As you can hear, it's acceptable. It's nice. It has toilets, sinks, and I can see myself. And finally, the bed. Oh, this one is for my son's sleeping couch, but it is a bit hard, but acceptable. So let's head out and see what interesting thing there is in Szczecin, or Stettin, depending on how you pronounce it. When you are visiting a country like Poland, and especially a city like Szczecin, you will see a lot of old buildings, you will see a lot of brutal buildings. And when I say brutal, it's the architecture. But remember this, it is only recently that Poland has begun to flourish, which means that it is only recently that they have gotten into money, which means you will see a lot of mixed things. You will see these old Soviet era buildings, you will see the older buildings which still stands, and you will see the new modern buildings all in one big mashed together pile. And it's actually quite special to walk in. It's a special feeling you get from these kind of towns. So I warmly recommend that you go around and look at the buildings, because you will see which era each building is from. When you visit Stettin, one of the places you must come by is the old city hall. It is still used as a governmental building. It has this beautiful park right behind it, where I walk right now. There's a path through the city up to the city hall. Such a beautiful sight walking up there. And fun fact, during World War II, the city hall was used by Gestapo as their headquarters. But today, it is from there. They govern the city still. So, yeah. Little fun fact. If you disagree with me, write down in the comments. I'd love to be corrected if I get some facts wrong. Because, well, I like to hear the true story. But as far as I was told by a local, this is still a governmental building. And let's just turn around and look at the beautiful garden right behind me. Big open garden. It gives you such a what you call it, a vibe of grandeur. That is what we call it. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's relaxing, there's a fountain. It's actually quite a great place to walk. And it's a beautiful building, and I enjoy those beautiful buildings. So make sure you swing by and let's see what else this beautiful town has to offer. So the first day in Stettin, well, we are making an end of it. We arrived here at 5 p.m, so we didn't have much time, and we do what we always do when we arrive to a new town. We explore it. Go out, look at the town. We went to the malls. There are 2 big malls fairly close to each other, and there should be a third we will be looking at tomorrow. Which is why she loves this town. These malls, well, compared to Danish prices, some things are cheap, such as clothes and apparel and homeware and home items, but things like electronics, that's cheaper in Denmark. So yeah, a little nice to know when you are out and shopping. If you don't know Danish prices, they are, well, some of the most expensive. Apparently not when it comes to electronics. Then it's Poland. But we're headed back to the hospital, and tomorrow it's all about exploring Stettin, and it's all about seeing what this city holds. But I can warmly recommend, if you have that shopping gene, Stettin is the city for you.
One night later.
So it's morning here on the streets of Stettin, and we're headed out for breakfast. Yeah, because apparently we thought we could take McDonald's breakfast, but in the center of Stettin, they don't have breakfast. They're open from 6, but they don't have breakfast. So let's see if we can find some local breakfast, or at least something interesting. So we found breakfast at the place right behind me. Great breakfast, artisan breakfast, and I really love it because it was such a great experience for only around 143 zloty, which is this much in dollars and pounds and euros. It was great, and I can warmly recommend it. But time to explore Stettin. And we're at the top of the bell tower. Quite a fantastic view if it wasn't raining. But I can warmly recommend it. 2 lifts and then you're up here. So there's even a staircase further up, but it's closed off. But you can get much further up. But it is a fantastic view. It doesn't really translate on the camera, but at least you can get an idea of it. I just wish there were stairs up and down, because lifts are not my strong forte, but we got up here and we are going down again. There's even pictures from around the city, from the things you can see in each direction. So yeah, it's a warm recommendation. Over on this station is right there. Going to see something special. It's on the train station, yeah. What can it be? Let's head over there and find out. One of the must-visit places here in Stettin is the Underground. At least that's what I'm told, so let's head down there and see if it is a must-visit place. So it's time to explore. And we need a helmet. One great thing is they have the introduction in your local language. They played it in Danish for us, because I'm a Dane. But you can ask for it in English, in French, in whatever language you speak, they will provide it. But let's head in and see what this holds of intrigue. The first part of this expedition, the red line, is World War II, which is actually quite interesting. It is the World War II series. It's about the World War II, it's about the bunkers used in World War II, but we have more to come. So the yellow route in this museum is the People's Republic of Poland. It is the liberation of Poland after the USSR. So my true and honest opinion of the Stettin Underground, which is right behind me, is that it is definitely worth a visit. Yeah, it can be said as simple as that, but to give it a little more context, this museum gives you a great look into how the bunker was used and how life was during World War II, gives you a great look into some Cold War problematics and the use of this bunker. It gives you a little insight into when Poland became free of communism, and it's a bit creepy from time to time. There are some pretty creepy sections, but there are also some great pictures, there are some great paintings, there are some great effects. It is truly a museum filled with symbolism, and you can actually find it if you stand outside the main train station. There's actually a door right there that leads down to it. Otherwise, it's from platform 1, there's the main entrance. But let's see what else we can find in this wonderful city. So we have ventured out into the cemetery of Stettin. This is one of Europe's largest cemetery, if it's not the largest. I will try to find out and write it down in the description. Nevertheless, the cemetery is so big that it will take me several hours to walk through it, but I'm just here to get a sense of the graves, because how a culture takes care of their deceased ones is saying a lot about the culture, and they really have a big respect for the dead here in Poland. And the gravestones are meticulously maintained and they are pretty, and it is actually quite interesting to walk out here. But it's just a short look because, well, it is graves, it is a little macabre to walk out here, but it is also saying a lot about the Polish culture. And if you want a spectacular sight, it is a little on the macabre side, then walk in the cemetery, just a short walk. It is beautiful and it's big, it's very big. But let's head back to town, because, well, we will find something else interesting also to find and look at, because there are plenty of things. And my son has forgotten his jacket at home, so we also have to find a jacket to him. Why does he say that on the second day and not the first? And I could go on for hours. Quick update, we found a map over the cemetery and found out we have seen 1/3 of well, the cemetery, the chapel, a monument, and then back. It's a damn big cemetery, so definitely worth a visit. Quick little tip, one of the greatest ways to get around is by public transport, because that way it is not you who is dealing with traffic of Stettin, and it's simply a nightmare to drive through the town. So we're driving through the town with a tram, and it's fairly cheap. It's only 3 zloty per person for a fare for 30 minutes. So it's not expensive, and you can even buy 24-hour tickets. We don't do that because we don't plan to drive that much around in a tram. So we are going for some more shopping, this time on something called Manhattan. Right down there. It is also a market, and things should be fairly cheap, so let's find out if it is. I like to walk in these markets, but you have to have your wits with you, because prices are not as good as they seem. They will cheat you if they can, but you can get a good deal. So remember to look at the prices, remember to make the good deals, and it's okay to haggle sometimes. Girlfriend just bought a bag. I haven't found anything. I found some suits I might go back and buy, but I'm waiting. We have so many more markets to visit down south, so maybe we come back, maybe not, but for now, well, it's time to head back to the hotel if we can't find anything else interesting to see. While walking around here in Stettin, you might see this building, but wonder what is it? Well, for now it's closed, but it is actually the Philharmonic. So it's Stettin's Philharmonic. Just a little heads up. I'm not going to visit it today, but maybe someday. One of the popular attractions, as you can see right behind me, is walking along the river, walking along the docks. There are not that many ships out here, but there are this beautiful fountain, and the observation deck up there should hold some beautiful views. So let's head up there in a moment and see the beautiful views. And if I turn around, you're going to be shocked, because this is beautiful. This here over here, consumerism. It's a theory. Unfortunately, there's not a direct access bridge over there, and then you can get over there. We're not heading over there today, but or are we? Stay tuned and find out. But first, up and look at the observation deck, and then we need to find a place where I can get a cold beer, because this has been a long day and I need a cold beer. This is actually quite a great vantage point. You have a great view of the river, you have a great view over to the Tivoli. And tell me if you know this area, is that permanent or temporary? People also get up here to take their wedding photos. I can actually look at someone who is doing that right now. And when you look at the surroundings, you understand why they do that. Because this is a beautiful place, and with the right photographer, you can get it to another height where you really can highlight the bride and groom. But yeah. Oh, a little bit noisy, but well, it's manageable. The beautiful big old buildings that has survived so much. But now it's time for brewski, because I need one. So should you visit Stettin? That's the big question. I couldn't imagine myself spending an entire week here, but it's a great pit stop on the way further on. And the way further on is down towards Kapashin, down near Jelenia Gora. If you don't know where that is, then you can find out right here. And how it is to drive in an Eastern European country with an EV, that is also right there. So check it out, that's our trip for tomorrow, down to Kapashin near Jelenia Gora.